Welcome to the test of the new Kawasaki Ninja 650 2023 on Ibiza. The Kawasaki Ninja 650 has been on the market in basic form since 2018, with a more extensive update due in 2020. In 2023, Kawa is now giving its 650 models traction control as well as LED turn signals all around, a modernization that should do both models good. These innovations do not come by chance, but should keep the Ninja 650 competitive for years to come. After all, the market has been attractively enriched over the past few years with models like the Honda CBR 650R, the Yamaha R7 or even the Aprilia RS 660. Under the fairing in the fresh, successful KRT livery, still works the 649 cubic inline two-cylinder known from so many models. With 68 horsepower and 64 Nm maximum torque, the performance data also correspond to the predecessor. With a ready-to-ride weight of 193 kilograms and a seat height of just 790 mm, the result is a package that never overburdens the rider. The 4.3 inches TFT color display is still among the best in its class. Readability is excellent even in direct sunlight, and the displayed numbers are pin-sharp and of sufficient size. Switching between day and night mode is easy. New for 2023 is the display of the set traction control level at the top left of the display. Operation is intuitive via a switch on the left-hand end of the handlebar. So what is the Ninja 650, a sports tourer or a super sports bike? This question is not definitively answered even by Kawasaki. Thus, the Ninja 650 can be found on the website of Kawasaki Germany under the model family Supersport Sport, while the colleagues from Austria categorize it under the sportering models. So which is correct? To make a long story short, the Austrians are right, even if the name is Ninja. Anyone who has ever taken a seat on a real supersports bike will be pleasantly surprised by the comfort offered in the saddle of the 650. In addition, the suspension and brakes would have to be tweaked to turn the Ninja into a race track bike. The accessories offer some possibilities to individualize the Ninja 650 according to personal preferences and the intended use. There's the higher windshield and side bags for touring trim, as well as the pillion seat cover and sporty tinted fly screen for a sporty look. Probably the most important part for tall people in the lineup, however, is the higher seat. With it, the seat height is 810 mm, 20 mm more than the stock seat. That doesn't sound like much, but it does make a big difference. First of all, the sporty acute knee angle relaxes noticeably, and second, you have a better feel for the front. All in all, the Kawasaki is a surprisingly ergonomic motorcycle, even for taller riders. In dialogue with smaller colleagues, it turned out that even for people up to 1.75 meters, the higher seat brings more advantages than disadvantages. Reduced stability is not to be feared with the Ninja 650, since its build around the vehicle center is slim. The other side of the coin is poorer wind protection for the upper body. At the end of the day, of course, it also comes down to individual preferences. Do I prefer to sit integrated into the bike or on top of it? Which configuration fits better can only really be found out during a test ride, to which I hereby urge every interested party. The renowned party island of Ibiza offers wonderfully quiet roads, especially in the off-season, and the small island can easily be circumnavigated in a half day. For absolute solitude, Ibiza town and its immediate surroundings should be avoided. Kawasaki has selected great test routes starting from Ibiza town on the 2 test days. Both tracks have in common that they seem to be made for a motorcycle like the Ninja 650. Few really long straights alternate with countless slow and faster corners. In the latter, the Ninja can make full use of its stability at higher speeds thanks to the fairing. But even in turns, thanks to the low weight, the agile 160 rear tire and the short wheelbase, it is anything but sluggish. However, it does not quite match the handling of its C650 sister, which was also tested, due to its design. If you ride without a knife between your teeth, the Ninja offers a balanced package of long-distance comfort and dynamics. Only those who really want to know will experience the slight setup torque when braking into corners. The simple chassis, which is not adjustable except for the preload in the rear, quickly reaches its limits when riding on the last groove. Annoying, to adjust the preload of the shock absorber, a cover has to be removed. Nothing works without a hook wrench. The brakes lack a sharp initial bite and are designed not to overtax. Therefore, it is best to shift down a gear, figuratively rather than literally, and enjoy the fresh forest air and the romantic landscape. The Kawasaki's close ratio 6-speed transmission suggests more power to the rider than the twin actually offers. The tuning is wonderfully successful and the transmission works exemplary even without automatic shifting. An almost infernal sounding intake noise that develops from 5,500 revolutions per minute quickly ends debates about the emotionless 650 engine. One finds oneself turning the gears out excessively, simply because it sounds casual in the saddle, not because it would be necessary in terms of driving dynamics. The two-cylinder engine delivers sufficient pressure even in the mid-range. Despite all the emotion, the Ninja remains an absolutely accessible piece of iron that you can confidently put into the hands of a novice rider. So it's no surprise that an A2 version of the 650 is available with 48 horsepower throttle. The throttling is done electronically, so that a short visit to the Kawasaki workshop is sufficient to have the full 68 horsepower available as soon as one is in possession of a higher class license. A feature that makes life easier not only for newcomers in the saddle is the traction control, which is standard with 2023. In Control Level 2, it prevents risky situations before the driver even notices that it is about to occur. It is the right choice in wet conditions or on surfaces with little grip. Level 1 shifts the regulation level neatly upwards. On the dry, rough roads of Ibiza at temperatures around 15 degrees, one had to really provoke interventions. The intervention is then noticeable, but not annoying. The fact that the traction control can also be switched off completely is probably only interesting for a few drivers due to the really sporty Mode 1, but should be mentioned here for the sake of completeness. Finally, I would like to mention that the test vehicle was fitted with the Bridgestone S22 and not with the Dunlop Sportsmart 2, which is normally fitted as original equipment. A BS has been fitted as standard on the Kawasaki Ninja 650 since its introduction, and of course this will not change in 2023. The systems are sourced from Bosch and Continental and work absolutely satisfactorily on country roads. The anti-lock braking system cannot be switched off. An often underestimated feature is the assist clutch or anti-hopping clutch. It prevents the rear wheel from stamping when downshifting quickly, especially in combination with brisk braking into a corner. The track of the Sport Tourer is held securely and the rider can concentrate on the ideal line choice. As mentioned, the Ninja can be ridden for quite a while with the right accessories, which makes the Sport Tourer interesting for longer trips. Here, the Sport Tourer also benefits from its low fuel consumption. The Ninja 650 requires around 4.5 liters per 100 kilometers, in combination with the 15-liter fuel tank. This results in range values beyond 300 kilometers. The Kawa does not have to hide. I would only recommend riding with a pillion on the Sport Tourer for shorter stages. Good news, the Ninja 650 is now available on the market. To judge the Kawasaki Ninja 650 purely on its paper form would be a serious mistake. The 2-day test has once again shown that performance data at the pub has more weight than in the wild. Kawa's Sport Tourer does exactly what it's supposed to, and thanks to constant revision and the new features added for 2023, is still an asset to the class. Only hobby racers should be warned. The name Ninja still stirs up a certain expectation, which the 650 does not fully meet. Thanks for watching. I hope you've liked this test. For more motorcycle videos and facts, subscribe to our channel.